Good day everyone, I'm Rexan Baino. I am the next reporter, so let's start it. A memo or memorandum means a reminder is namely used for communicating politics, procedures or related officials business within organization. Ang memo or memorandum muna ang mga mensahe nga mohatag og information like updates or announcement. For example, pagbagyo gitagantag memo nga way klase. Next is format of memos. A memos has a header that clearly indicate who sent and who that intended recipients are paid. Particular attention to the title of the individuals in the section. Date and subject lines are also present, followed by a message that contains a declaration, a discussion, and a summary. Next is memo format. Header mo ni ang magpakita kung kinsa ang nag-send sa memo ang recipient. Apil sa dani ang date ug ang subject sa memo, followed by the message that continue. Next is declaration. Maghisgot ug unsay sulod sa memo o kung unsay rason nganong nagbuhat og memo. Next is discussion. Maghatag og mga detailed o mga topic na importante sa memo. Here are the 5 tips for the effective business memos. 1. Audience orientation. An acronym of abbreviation that is known to management may not be known by all the employees of the organization. The goal is clear and concise communication at all levels with no ambiguity. And the second is professional format tone. Memos are often announcements, and the person sending by memo speaks of a part of all the organization. While it may contain a request for feedback, the announcement itself is linear from the organization to the employees. Audience orientation means that when writing dapat imong words is dali rang masabtan sa tanan para ma-avoid ang confusion.
To consider in communicating in the workplace. 1. Purpose. Am I writing to create, to record, to request, or provide information, or to persuade? B. What I am trying to say. So, ang purpose mo ni ang rason nganong naatay communication. Dapat kabalo ka unsay tuyo nimo kung gusto ka baka mangayo og info, mohatag og info, mag-record o gusto nimo makobinsi ang uban kung klaro imong tuyo. Mas dali sabton ang imong kauban o boss sa imong mensahe. Number 2, audience. A. Who will read what I have written? B. What their jobs, titles, or areas and responsibility? C. What do they already know about the specific situation? D. Why do they need this information? E. What do I want them to do as a result of receiving it? F. Factor may influence their response. So, ang audience mo ni ang mga tao nga makadungog o makabasa sa imong giingon o gisulti. Importante nga kabalo kakinsa sila, unsay trabaho nila o unsay kinahanglan nila para sakto impreton. It will set how your target audience will accept what you are trying to say. You do not have to sound tough, demanding, or condescending in your discourse, especially in sensitive subject or issue. Ang tone mo ni ang pamaagi sa imong pagsulti o pagsulat, kung friendly ba ka o seryoso or harsh ang tono. Ang tone makatabang para unsaon pagdawat sa imong audience sa imong message. Di siya necessary or needed nga mag-inisog, masuko, or mahinambog kas labi na kung sensitive ang topic. Mas maayo kung kalma lang, respeto og klaro imong pagsulti.
Good day, ma'am. Mga din akong mga topic. Listen and show empathy. Define objectives, expectation. Send your message clearly. choose your medium carefully. So, listen and show empathy is communication depends on the ability not only to send but also to receive messages. So the ability to listen effectively greatly enhance the communication process. So, kuan, so ang listen and show empathy day is good communication. Bisa og need pagpaminaw og pagsabot sa other feelings. Define objectives and expectation. Managers should provide clearly and accessible goals to teams and individuals that define exactly what is required to a particular project and that all of the team is aware to the department and the workplace as a whole. So define objectives and expectation is mo ni siya ang manager must mohatag og klaro mo pasabot kung unsa ang expected. Send your message clearly. Make sure your message is clearly and accessible to the intended audience. To do this, it is important to think you speak clearly and politely to convey your message clearly without confusion or offense. So, message should be clear, polite, and easy to understand. Last is choose your medium carefully. Once you've created your message, you need to make sure it is in the best possible format. While face-to-face communication is the best way to build trust with employees, it is not always an option. Take time to decide if the information provided on a printed copy work better than an email or whether a general notes is sufficient. So, choose your medium carefully is the best way to pick rin siya paagi sa pag-message and or the other way is face-to-face, email, and notes. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Jose Biani Mintesibara Jr., Group 4. My topic is all about format of business letter. First, block position on all parts of the letter to the left, single space and justified. Second, modifying block. All parts of the letter are tab on the left, single space and justified except the heading and the closing which are tab on the center. Last, semi-block. The paragraph are intended instead of placing them all of the left. Heading is one of the center and the date can be placed in the right side. Their page and heading, the receipt address is on the left and the closing on the right. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm Joshua Lobo and my topic is team building and giving a voice to all. Team building, creating effective teams requires communication and mutual cooperation. This will increase morale and employee satisfaction. So, ang ganun pag-create of effective team requires kay muna siya ang nakapanindot sa pag buo og building like naman communication sa usa ana. So ano ta sa giving a voice to all. Employee satisfaction can be very much different and they're having a voice and being listening to whether it is regarding to idea they have had or about compliant they need to. So ang kanang giving a voice at all kay mo siya importante sa like team up like maka communication mo tarong kanay para okay inyong pagtrabaho ingana. So mo ito. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmate. My topic is about a business letter. There's a lot of business letter that we should know. First is the letter of request. What is the letter of request? A letter of request is a formal document written up to politely ask for a specific item, information, assistance, or permission from an individual, organization, or authority. Kani nga business letter ang nakita niyo sa babaw. This is one of the most important things of business letter because kani siya nga business letter nag-aas ni siya og kuan specific item like letter. This is a letter of request. One of a letter that we should know about business para sa atong, for example, natay request or request sa other company for products, goods, or anything inyong gi-request para about sa imuha about gikan sila yung panganimo. One siya part, one siya business letters. Next letter is a letter of inquiry. Kani siya nga letter of inquiry, siya formal request nga atong kinahanglan. For example, padala ta, for example, nag-inquire about sa company, learn about job or something like apply to job, just like a resume. That is an example of letter of inquiry. Mo siya kuan. A letter of inquiry. Ang next ito nga letter is a letter of order. Kaning letter of order is a formal business letter used to request goods of service from a vendor or receiver as a legal document for a transaction. Letter of business, mao ni siya gamit sa mga products na ikuan ninyo, like product for delivery. Let's say for example, ang atong product diri sa Philippines gi-export sa gawas. Need na siya business letter. Mao ni siya business letter kinahanglan about ana nga klaseng pamagi sa pamaligya, like gikan gyapon siya company. Ang sunod nga letter is ang letter of acknowledgement. Letter of acknowledgement is a formal document that has confirmed the receipt of a specific item such as document, payment, product, or request. It serves as a professional courtesy in an official record. Ang letter of acknowledgement kinahanglan pud nato ni siya sa mga nasulti na organiha like sa letter of request, letter of inquiry, and letters of orders. Letter of acknowledgement, the way pinaka-formal na pamaagi sa paghatag ng letter is na-involve na to ang akong mga letters nga una na ko nasulti sa video. Next is letter of compliment. Letter of compliment is a formal informational note written to express gratitude and positive feedback of a person, exceptional performance, a company outstanding service with a product quality that gabase na siya sa about sa letter, like about sa performance about sa company. Like say for example, nag-deliver parcel, feedback ng sa driver, tarong kayo. That is a one example of letter of compliment. And the last is a business letter used. An adjustment letter. An adjustment letter is a business letter used a formal response to a customer's complaint or claim information, then actions being taken to resolve issues.
Hello, good morning everyone. Oh, good morning ma'am. So, my topic for today is about business letter. So, business writing refers to memorandums, reports, proposals, emails, and other forms of writing used in organization to communicate with internal and external audiences. Business writing is a type of professional communication, also known as business communication and professional writing. So, Writing business correspondence, like letters and memos, is a skill or potential that must be developed and possessed by a person, regardless by his work, profession, or specialization. Okay, so here are the parts of business letter. So number one is heading. So heading includes the return address and the date on the last line. So for example, like like ni like yan example, ako magpadako og letter ni Liza Manilin. Then mutan ay wait, then ang ibutang nako is name niya Liza Manilin, then kung taga-asa siya, then kung for example taga Quiapo, Manila siya, then ibutang nako dito, then telephone number og email, yes, and the date. And then inside address or recipient's address contains the name to which the letter is written and address. So for example, Dr. Victoria B. Martinez, then Principal, St. Anthony Integrated School, Quezon City. Like, how much? The number 3 is a salutation. Is a greeting part that is written in a polite and courteous manner, followed by a comma or a colon, like mura siya comma ba, comma o katong duha ka tuldok Then for example, Mr. Miss panitan Mr. Mr. Jomar Abrenica, or it's either Sir, then Mr. Jomar Abrenica. It's either ang ibutan nimo kay Mr. or Sir, then the name nga imuang kanang padadaan og letter, like ano siya. Then number 4 is body of the letter. So body of the letter contains the main purpose of the letter, the very reason for writing. It is very important that the body of the letter be written in a straightforward, simple, and coherent manner. So 3 parts: introduction, middle section, and conclusion. Ano siya? Part sa ano to siya? The number 5 is complementary closing. It is the polite yet business-like ending of the letter. This ends with a comma. So example, sincerely yours, then truly yours, respectfully yours, then nakipalitan ang letter, then tangan mo og sincerely yours, diba na comma, dapat ang last kay butang mo comma. Sure. And the 6th is signature block. The name of the sender is written on the first line, then his or her position on the next line. It is expected that the sender will put his or her signature above his or her name. Tubot mo. Jeez. Oh, wait. mm. Balitan. Ako, magpada ko suwat sa ko iya liking na din. Iput na ko akong name sa first sa first line pa. Ibutang na ko from from Kyla Caballero to Mr. Hanap siya. To name din sa kung ayan. Ano ko siya guys? Thank you. That's all for today.
Morning guys, my name is Stephanie. So, mag-start na to sa tong kuan. So, ang topic is kuan di siya. It's all about communication at the workplace. So, magsugod ito pa moment ta. So, what is workplace communication? So, candidacy workplace is the process of exchanging information and ideas both verbally and non-verbally between one person, group, and other people or within inside of organizations. So, candidacy workplace communication is diri na to siya makakanaliw. Diri ta makakuan og how people share information, muhatag og mga info og mga ideas dito sulod sa ato ang opisina. Kani siya is nag-include siya og talking, writing emails, meetings, phone calls, and so on. So one of the examples are emails, meetings, face-to-face conversations, and ATC or so on. So, nadatay upat ka board categories of workplace communication, which is ang una is upward communication from your position to an audience above you in the job history. So, kani siya is may tabo na ni siya when ikaw is mo communicate sa imong boss or sa sa mga tao nga tagas pa nimo og posisyon. So, mao na siya ang upward communication. So, the second one is lateral communication. So, lateral communication is between you and an audience within your level of hierarchy. So, kani siya nga communication is between nimo og sa ubang tao nga kana ganing ka same level nimo sa sulod sa katrabaho. Mao na siya ang lateral communication. So, ikatulo is downward communication. From your position to an audience below you in the job hierarchy. So kani siya is may tabo ni if ang imong supervisor or imong manager is muhatag ni og mga information or mga instructions sa mga employee, sa mga katrabahoan dito sulod sa kumpanya. So, mao na siya ang downward communication. Then, ang ikaapat is outward communication between you and a company that you do business with or an audience outside your workplace. So, kani siya is ma-apply ra nimo siya if kana ganing mo communicate ka sa laing mga tao or sa sulod sa organization nga naa sa gawas sa inyong kumpanya. Mo na siya ang outward communication. And niana si Serlas for 2014, workplace communication will be failed the ethics test if it is corrupted by any of the following status. So, ang una di ay is suppression of information. Second, falsification or all known as fabrication. Third one is overstatement or understatement. Fourth is selective misquoting. Ang ikalima is subjective wording. Six was conflict of interest. 7 is withholding information. And 8 is plagiarism. Kani ang mga hinungdan if ma-failed ang imuhang ethics test dito sa workplace communication. So, next one is communication barriers. So, ang communication barriers, there were two types, which is environmental and personal barriers. So, environmental came from the surroundings. So, sa tuan ng kapaligiran, wild and personal is came from individuals, attitudes, or emotion, which is makita na to na is sa atoa. So, naaday upat ka klase ang environmental barriers, which is time, managerial philosophy, power or status, and technology. So, kana silang upat is really important yun na siya sa environmental barriers. Then, sunod is personal. Frame of reference, status, quote, and lack of empathy. Kana siyang tulo is important po ni siya sa personal barriers. So, kana siya. Next is how to communicate in the workplace. Unsaon to na to pag-communicate sulod sa workplace sa ato ang trabahoan. So, number 1, value and respect everyone. So, tagaan yun mo siya o respeto ang tanan. Dili kay mo respeto lang ka sa uban nga moingon ka nga, like for example, kani siyang katong bata is dili siya kuan gani utukan, yan katong usa is utukan, mas imo pang respeto ang katong utukan kaysa dili utukan. So that's not a good jud para sa mga kuan. Dapat respeto gyud sa tanang tawo, di lang sa usa kundi sa tanan. So second is recognize cultural differences. So kasagaran ani sa mga sasulod sa inside gani sa communicate, sa workplace, lahi-lahi mong yun og mga religion or mga culture. So if lahi ilahang kuan, instead nga imo silang libakon, instead nga imo nang buhaton nga imong libakon, imo na lang i-recognize ang ilahang culture kaysa inyong husgaan ang ilahang culture nga mao man jud na ang ilahang kuan. So dili po na mayo kung imo na ihusga. So third, ang katulo, so build trust and positive relationship. So kano siya build trust or pwede po na siya mahulog o kano ganing musalig ka sa imong mga kauban o nagani ka ng nindot nga dili nga may mga relasyon but positive relationship. So naay nindot nga connection between nimo o sa imo usa pang kauban nimo nga naa sa katrabaho. And lastly is overcome communication varies. So we all know inside of the kuan gani kanang sulod sa ato ang trabahoan is na magyud nang ma-mislead ta, ma-misunderstand, ma-argue. Instead nga malabaw na siya is pangitaan gani na to pamaagi nga di na siya may tabo para dili na ni gubot nga kuan di siya gubot sa uban, dili siya gubot sa kuan sulod sa ato ang organization or basta sulod sa inyong mga katrabahoan kinahanglan jud na siya mag-argue man gyud na, mag-away man gyud na. So new. Okay. So una din guys gutan na to dire is separation of information. So kani is if someone kano mo tago og mga useful nga information sa inyo nga para gani mo counter or magana danay matawag nga misled, masayop ang inyong kuan pagsulti sa uban. So mo na siya ang suppression of information. Second is falsification or fabrication. So kani is maghimo gani og mga fake nga reports unsay mga resulta or mga details nga dili tinuod. So mo na siya ang falsification or fabrication. So ang katulo is overstatement or understatement. So kani siya is making something sound more important or less serious than it really is. So kani murag wa kay ko ma-explain ani kay masabot ra man siya. So number 4 na ta. Selective misquoting. So changing the meaning of what someone said by using only certain words. So ano siya is kanang mo change gani siya ganang meaning kung sa gisulti sa uban. Mo na siya ang selective misquoting. Then kalima is subjective wording, describing something with personal feelings instead of being objective. So ano siya is masabtan ra pod siya dili ra kuanan trace sa iyang gipasabot. Next is conflict of interest. The person uses their position for personal gain instead of what's best for the company. So kani siya is kana ganing giyos niya ang iyang position for personal gain para gani mo kuan ang inyong kuan instead of what best for the companies. O kani siya is may tabo ni inside of the organization kanang mag-meeting naa magyud ng conflict sa meeting inside na gyud na siya. Then 7 is holding information. Withholding information, keeping facts that others need to make good decisions. So kani siya is kanang nag-keep ka og mga tinuod para gani sa uban nga para sa ubang tao imo na siyang isulti makakuan gani sila makahimo og kanang mga right decisions Then lastly is plagiarism. So kani siya is technically is pinaka basic, using another person's words, ideas, or work and pretending it's your own. So kani siya is nagiuban ani clearly nga mga copycats, dili gyud ang copycats gyud siya, mo na siya plagiarism. So mosunod na ta, importance of communication in the workplace. So there were 5, lima na sila kabuok. So number 1 is creates job satisfaction. So in good communication, help employees to feel value and happy. So mo na siya ang job satisfaction, kanang malipay gani. Na malipay ang kuan ang mga employees, nga respected full sila dito sa sulod, inside the organization, muna siya. Number 2 is lessen conflict. So importante jud ni siya nga kuan, if less manggod ang conflict sa inyo dili siya di sila mag misunderstanding or kuan, within na ani siya lessen conflict, ang inyong communication will be connected, ma-prevent ninyo ang mga misunderstanding o arguments. Then ikatulo is maximize resources. Sharing information helps use time, tools, and talent wisely. So, sayo na kayo mga sabtan ninyo. Increase productivity. Good communication makes work faster and more efficient. So, in good communication, kanay daw si increase productivity, kuan daw ni siya kanang makatrabaho mo og paspas og efficiency. Then lastly is nurture relationship. Talking openly builds trust and teamwork. One of talaga is kanang important yun na siya ang trust of teamwork inside sa organization. Sa inislo niya openly mo sa matag usa sulod sa organization.
Good day, ma'am. My name is Adrian Lobo, and my topic is all about communication, establishing and maintaining quality working relationship in organization. So, 5 important reasons include innovation. When employees have the opportunities to express their ideas openly, they are more likely to present their ideas without fear of ridicule of retaliation. So, kung ang mga empleyado kuno kay tagaan og opportunity to para ipakita ilang idea kay kuan, dili na sila mahadlok nga basulon or kuan, dili sila mahadlok basulon nga ipakita ilang mga idea. So growth, communication can be seen internally and externally by associating yourself internally and by establishing strong communication lines. Ensure the consistency of the externally delivered message. So ang communication kuno kay dili lang makita sa sulod kundi sa gawas. So effective communication not only talks to people, but give them the opportunities to talk each other. Strong communication channels are essential. So effective communication kay dili ko no tabi sa kuan sa lahi nga mga tabian, kundi maghatag po og ng mga lig-on nga mga kuan la kanang sa ilang tabian. That's all.